Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. So I got a pretty cool gun to do a video on. Surprise, surprise. It's V12 and it's a KRYTAC. I forget what state this was sent out of, but it's made for outdoor use, and it shoots really good, just like all the V12s that I put together. So let's start from the back, go to the front. Got a KRYTAC crane stock, metal buffer tube, ambi sling mount, KRYTAC Mark 1, or not Mark 1, but the older versions, whatever they call them. What do they call them? I know the Alphas come in these standard bodies. It's not the Trident. It's just the older versions. Like, you can tell the body on this thing has it's been used. It's probably one of the Gen 1s, the really old ones, before they even had the Tridents, if I'm not mistaken. So, basic body on here, metal, really no wobble, pretty solid. The pistol grip on here, I believe, is off of a GMP. It looks very similar to the GMP's. Pretty comfortable grip. We got a KRYTAC key mod rail. Got some covers on here that make it look pretty nice, pretty comfortable as well. Don't know what brand makes those. There is a Magpul AFG. I believe this is the AFG 1 because it's the larger one. There's a couple ladder rail covers on the top. A sling mount here. I think he has a red dot, I would hope, just to complete it as far as looks. But there's the sling mount. It's a knockoff, obviously, not the Magpul. A suppressor on here is the Ghoul. It's a Matrix. There is a spring in there, but is there foam? So it is foam filled. That's cool. That's why it's pretty quiet. But I have seen it more quiet. As far as the hop-up setup, it's got a Lonex 50-degree bucking, a Pro 1 hop-up, and I think it's a stock barrel. It's also flat-hopped. I flat-hopped it because he originally had a flat-hop nub in here. So I just flat-hopped the Lonex bucking to go along with the flat-hop nub. The engine has some upgrades. It's got the grip connect here, short trigger pull mod. It's got a S2 Lightning Banjo, which will save 400 to 600 shots per tank depending on the size. Bored out nozzle to get higher feet per second so we can run lower PSI. We're running about 70 PSI on this. Gets a solid 1.5 joules with threes. Honestly, he said he had played with 2.8s and wanted to go to 0.3s. Honestly, I'm going to recommend him just to stick with 0.25s because I've been shooting G&G 2.5s out of this thing, and it's shooting a solid 200 feet, and it's very consistent. I wouldn't waste the money on the heavier BBs. Not only that, but he plans on using mid-caps, and feeding on full auto can be pretty iffy with mid-caps with those heavy BBs. So where I have it tuned, it shoots great with mid-caps with 2.5s. If he wants to use high caps, he can toss them in here and run it, no problem. As far as the rate of fire, I have it at 30 rounds a second. His field has no rate of fire limits and no restrictions at all. Apparently, he can just shoot semi or full auto every game, which is honestly how airsoft should be, at least for open plays. You should be able to switch from semi to full auto and then back if you want. That's just how I like playing airsoft, because you have the mode there. You know what I mean? Like, why is a lot of these airsoft fields semi-auto only when most guns, pretty much all guns, come with a full auto feature? What's the point? You know what I mean? Field does not have any limits on that, so I don't have it set high. It's only 30 rounds a second, but it's still decent. He can get some rounds down range. If somebody's cheating, he'll be able to just flip it to full auto and make people call out, which is a great feature of HPA in general, but a lot of times it makes people butt mad because it's expensive and a lot of people can't afford it, or whatever the case. But yeah, the field does compensate for the joules, so people aren't joule creeping, but they do allow the full auto. So here is a GMP mid-cap. This is what he said he's going to use. These are G&G 2.5s. So let's go ahead and test it. Semi-auto seems to be perfectly fine. Let's try full auto. Pretty solid. Yeah, fed through the whole thing. So I definitely would go with these 2.5s. Range, honestly, I'd say 200 feet, no problem. I have it overhopped, maybe a little bit too much. That's more like it. Still overhopped, and 200 feet, absolutely no problem. And it emptied it. This is a high cap. you have any questions or anything, let me know. I'm trying to make this a short video. I know I do tons and tons of V12s, but a lot of the people that send me their guns, they actually request that I make videos on them. They're interested. They ask, oh, when's the video going to be up? Are you going to make a video on it? So some of these people that send me these guns, most of them want to see a video done on their gun, and so that's why I do it. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.